S&E Top 3.
S&E Top 3 in studio with the S&E Top 3 champion, Jello.
Hello.
Virtus.
What's up, world?
I am Justin. Fastlane is this Sunday on the WWE Network, so of course, it's time to do predictions and get that belt off of Jello, who won it at Elimination Chamber. Let's start. What?
Vamos, campeón!
All right. Kickoff match, Rey Mysterio versus Andrade, just added this past week on SmackDown Live. Virtus, who you got?
Oh, you want the champion to go first?
No, I mean, he's fine. Virtus?
All right, well, this is kind of like a 50-50, so I'm going Andrade, Cien Almas.
Jello.
I don't know what they're doing with this guy, Cien Almas, so I'm sticking with my guy Rey Mysterio, man.
First of all, there's no Cien Almas anymore, if you realize. It's just Andrade now.
It's Selena Vegas, my bad. Andrade, Selena Vegas.
And they're changing his name up. Yeah. Rey Mysterio.
I think, unfortunately, as great as Rey Mysterio is, he is taking over the Jeff Hardy singles role. Great competitor, but he comes back to lose and push other superstars. And Andrade is getting this win. Raw Tag Team titles, it's a triple threat match. The Revival defending against Aleister Black and Ricochet, along with Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. Jello, who you got?
This is so weird.
Bunch of names, huh?
Because you got new cats from NXT coming up. You got the Revival, who I don't even understand why they even have the championship belts. And then you got Chad Gable and Bobby Roode.
Successfully repeated what I said.
You know what? I'm going to stick with the Revival, man. They're going to retain the titles.
Virtus.
See, if I wanted to play this right, I was going to go with my heart, and I was going to choose Aleister Black and Ricochet. But then I saw them beefing with The Bar and Rusev and Shinsuke on SmackDown. Yep. So I don't really feel like that's going to be solid.
We don't know what show they're going to be.
Right, because they're bouncing.
And they're having,
the Revival retains FTR.
Fuck the Revival! All right, I'm going to, for the sake of my fantasy league, I want to do Aleister Black and Ricochet because I just picked them both up, and I'm in third place. By the way.
You guys still doing that?
Yeah, man.
The only reason why he laughed because he's
in last place. Yeah.
Has my lineup changed ever?
Anyway,
go Miz.
I don't think the NXT guys are getting a title until around WrestleMania or at WrestleMania. So I'm gonna keep it the Revival for now, but not for long. They're not having it past WrestleMania for sure. SmackDown Women's title, Asuka versus Mandy Rose. Virtus, who you got?
Ooh. See, in my mind, I don't see a lot changing. I don't really like Mandy Rose, and I don't see how she got here. So Asuka should win, even though she's been getting Shinsuke'd. Asuka wins.
Jello.
I feel like it's weird they're trying to push Mandy Rose, which I don't really get. But you know what? I'm going to go with my girl. I'm going to go with Asuka. I'm going to stick with Asuka. I think Asuka's going to keep that title.
They don't want Mandy Rose holding the title going into WrestleMania. They want Asuka, more of a name, having the title at WrestleMania. So Asuka's going to win this one. This is just like a fill-in match, title match, until they decide who's really going to challenge for the title at WrestleMania. Women's Tag Team titles, Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nia Jax and Tamina. Jello, who you got?
The Boss Hug Connection's retaining those titles, and they're going to extend this all the way out to WrestleMania for sure, which ain't that far off. So
Virtus.
Yeah, I also picked Boston Hug. You can't put a belt on Tamina because she just sucks up atmosphere. It's Boston Hug.
Nice. Boston Hug, yeah, they just got the titles. They're the first ever champions. They're not going to have the first ever title reign be crap. That would look bad on the belts. Sasha Banks and Bayley getting the win. SmackDown Tag Team titles, the Usos versus The Miz and Shane McMahon. Virtus, who you got?
Man, listen, I thought this would be the point where you would break up Shane and The Miz, but Usos retain, Shane Miz, that's going to WrestleMania. Heel McMahon.
Jello?
Well, I would like to shout out to my Us because they are the legitimate reason that I actually won this belt because I called it, which means I know more than the two of these guys on the podcast.
Especially about the Usos.
Even though
About it.
one of them was here in Detroit and got extremely drunk and arrested by the cops.
Right before winning the titles.
Right before winning the title. So you would think they wouldn't win the titles, but guess what they did? Therefore, the Usos are going to retain.
The Usos are going to retain because, as Virtus mentioned, they want a Miz Shane McMahon match at WrestleMania. Extra point. Who's turning on whom? Miz or Shane McMahon?
Shane's turning on The Miz.
Jello?
Miz turning on Shane.
Shane turning on The Miz. just for
Wait
that
a minute.
plot twist.
Extra point. You said.
Extra point. So if it
that
happens
counts.
at Fastlane,
okay.
and The Miz turns on Shane, Jello gets an extra point. If Shane turns on The Miz, we get an extra point.
Don't you guys
Do we
see
all
it now?
agree?
With The Miz idolizing Shane McMahon the way that he does, it would only make sense for him to flip.
But I think
look at what
that's
they're
what everyone
building.
expects.
Yeah, they're building. This is Miz's hometown. His dad will be there. His wife will be there. His kid will be there. You think he's going to turn heel? He's going to get his ass beat, and they're going to lose.
Yep. Shane may have someone come out and do it for him, possibly. But
Wait, so what does this extra point do, though?
it gives you
So
an
let's say
extra
if
win.
we get all the
It
all
gets
the
an extra win.
let's just say for instance,
It's like another match.
I
What
just
is
want to
it
know how
like?
this goes. So extra point is another match.
It's you get an extra point, so
All right.
an added
Have we
match.
ever done this before? Is this
No,
new?
or do we all agree?
I agree. I mean, we tried to do it before, but we didn't quite understand how the rules work.
Yeah, because I don't want to
So
get every match
because we
right
didn't-
and then
we
lose
didn't
on the
understand what-
technicality.
Come on,
Well, we didn't understand what a main event
Let's
was.
not even add it as an extra point, bro.
Why?
Because
Why are you shook? You're the champion.
I'm saying, say
Just-
one of you
just
guys
say
get
you
every
shook.
match right.
Say you shook.
Okay, I'm a little scared. But let's just say everybody get that match right.
Yeah.
And then that one technicality, you lose the belt.
It's not technicality. It's a point.
It's a point.
Why we gotta add like things as points? All right. So if Oscar comes out with purple paint instead of blue, I get a point.
Because we all expect.
All right, fine. Add it as a point. Miz is gonna turn on Shane McMahon because he's gonna be embarrassed.
He's gonna be so happy if Miz turns on Shane McMahon and he just complained for no reason. So there's that. Moving on. The Shield is back. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins. That's who the Shield are. Facing Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley. Vertus, who you got?
I got the Shield.
Wow, you totally stopped yourself. It's like you ran into a wall.
I did, because Ambrose. The Shield should win. The Shield. Roman's back. Seth's. And
You have no faith in your
the Shield.
No faith in this pick.
The Shield.
Jello.
The Shield's gonna lose. McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin are gonna win this match because Dean Ambrose is gonna mess the match up for everybody. That beef between him and Seth is not exactly over yet, so I'm giving it to, what do you call them? The mid-card villains or whatever you call them?
The mid-card of evil.
Mid-card of evil. I'm going with the mid-card of evil. They're gonna win.
So, if you check out the podcast, they're all don't understand why. My point is how could they forgive Dean Ambrose so quick? And now they expect this feud not to be over. That makes sense, right? The Shield already looks a hell of a lot softer than what they did when they first came in. So a loss here in their last moment storyline will make them look even more soft. Plus, Seth is heading into a WrestleMania main event. He's not losing on his way to a WrestleMania main event. So Shield's going to get this win.
Before you continue, let me just say this. In defense of me and Vertus, on the podcast, those are opinions. In the matches, these are facts.
Next match, Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. If Becky wins, she is added to the WrestleMania main event to make it a triple threat with Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's title. And if Charlotte wins, Becky is not there, and it's Charlotte versus Ronda. Vertus, who you got?
I have to pick Becky because there's no other way to include her. Like, if we hadn't had her get suspended, get arrested, get resuspended, and get taken out of the match all in 3 weeks, then I could have chose Becky, and she could have forced her way in there through getting arrested and getting that push and getting in McMahon's face. But now she's like one-legged, she's hobbled, she's been beat up by Ronda, she's been beat up by Charlotte, she barely got the advantage on SmackDown. Becky has to stand tall, and that's how it has to be.
Jello.
Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. I'm going to go Charlotte Flair on this. I don't think they're going to have Charlotte lose again, especially not the way Becky Lynch viciously beat her up. I don't think they're going to have Charlotte go through that again, and I think they're pushing for... I thought it was going to be a triple threat at WrestleMania, but I'm thinking it's going to be Ronda and Charlotte.
People don't want that.
I know people don't want it, but as we all know...
This is the new age of WWE.
The authority...
We give the people what they want.
Okay, where's that at? The authority does not care. They're going to do what they feel like is best for business. Charlotte's going to beat Becky Lynch.
We've been saying the triple threat for a while, and there's no other way to do it. Like Vertus said, there's already been too many changes. If Becky doesn't win, there's no way you can make sense of her being added between Fastlane and WrestleMania. That makes no sense. She's already been in and out of the match, arrested, not arrested, suspended, not suspended, all that. Vertus said it. So Becky's getting this win. Main event, at least the last match here, whatever main event.
Yeah.
Let's see, last match on my list.
We want to bet on which one?
No, not at all.
Last time we did that, we had an argument for like 3 hours.
WWE title, Daniel Bryan versus Kofi. Wait.
Wait.
It's a K. K-O. Kevin
K.O.
Owens.
You sure it's not K.O.
No,
Kofi?
that's a Kevin.
Okay.
Cole?
Jello, who you got?
Daniel Bryan's gonna win, man. As much as I want Kevin Owens to come back and wreck shop,
You know he's got the stunner now.
I get
Great.
it.
I love that he gave him the stunner.
The belt's not coming off of Daniel just yet. Not yet.
Virtus.
Daniel Bryan retains. I don't know if they're trying to milk Kofi and like get that to WrestleMania, then add KO for a 3-way. But KO is what? He's a face and he's the everyday man now.
But he's been cheered for a while, even when he was putting them down. So.
They just
Now
wanna
he's
put him
just
back
like,
in.
oh, I'm eating pineapple pizza and I'm bowling with the family. Is that? Can you put the Daniel Bryan retains?
Daniel Bryan retains. I think the New Day gets involved. I love this storyline for the sake that we're going to see a hell of a lot more aggressive New Day after, maybe at Fastlane and leading
New
into
Day heel turn?
WrestleMania. Maybe not a heel turn, but just they don't care anymore.
They will be
we
there.
deserve what... we deserve what, or Kofi deserves what he has earned, and this, that, and the other. They're going to be a hell of a lot more aggressive, and they're still going to be fun-loving and, good guys, but taking people out.
Put the pancakes away.
They'll get involved, but Daniel Bryan's another guy that they want to have the title at WrestleMania. He's going to retain, although Kofi is going to have a WrestleMania moment this year. And our moment's going to come this weekend when we take the belt off of Jello. Find this podcast, 1051thebounce.com. Under that podcast tab, new episodes every Sunday. We're on iTunes. We're on Spotify now. We're on Google Play. Download, subscribe, leave us a review. We're on BPod Studios. Social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at SE Top 3 Podcast. We'll talk to you guys very soon.
Peace.
Vamos, campeón! Let's go, champ. You see the belt? You see what it is? You see how it's going down? I mean, come on. You see what it's like when you're the champion? They gotta respect you, you know. A lot of these guys don't respect me, but I got the belt. See this? Jello's got the belt. Not this guy over here. Not this guy Justin. I know the video's getting extremely long, but it's okay. Let me just talk about.
You rushed me.
When I grew up as a.